Hello, can you hear me now? I hope you can hear me. Okay, yeah, music's good. I think I might have had my mic accidentally on mute, which would explain I've been talking for the past 10 minutes and not getting any replies. Okay. So yeah, doing a little bit of a film unboxing. Got this in yesterday. Didn't bother to open it right now, so we got enough people in here, I think. I can get this thing open. Let me get this handy dandy Filament scraper multi-tool going. I use this thing for everything. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, let's see if I can make the trash. Close enough. So, first one, pretty basic. Just some Sunlu black. I needed more black filament. Prints like these, I mean, I go through this stuff all the time. I swear, black and white filament are the two filaments I go through the most, by far. So, yeah, let's get this. See that showing up? Yeah. Let's get this Sunlu open, see how it looks. That is nice and vacuum sealed, isn't it? Wow. Let's just get this opened up. Pop. Ah, there we go. Desiccant. Oh yeah, that should be a nice shade of black there. I really like that one. So almost seems a little brownish on camera, but in person it's black. Oh yeah, has that new? I can smell the new filament smell from way back here. Okay, and let me just put that off to the side. What else we got? And my next one. This is the one I'm excited about. Can you tell why I might be excited? This is Mate. I've had good luck with their filaments before. Been really happy with this filament, other filaments of this brand. Oh yeah. Let me get nice and close. Do you see that? That's a gradient I've been looking for Halloween prints. So I'm really hoping this prints well. Just that gradient with the orange and like the bright yellows and a little bit of reds in there. Oh, it's called gradient red orange. You know, sketchy. I do not know what that second one is. Mr. Rat, right now, just opened up some film I just got. Then I plan on painting some stuff up. As you can see, I got my washes up here already, actually. Paint's right there. So. Oh yeah, look at that. I think this is gonna print some really nice stuff. Ooh. I'll have to get this printed tomorrow, maybe later tonight after I get everything out of the way. Oh yeah, really excited. Okay, now time for the main star of what I plan on doing on the show. Well, before I do that, let's take another look at this filament. So, like I was saying earlier, I go through a lot of black. And this one's actually going to be for my A1, not my A1, but this is for my P1S. As you can see this hole here, a little bit too big to fit on the A1 Mini's AMS unit. But for the P1S, this worked great in that AMS. I don't know, Sketch. I really haven't tried dildo. I mean, the other stuff sounds delicious. But, yeah, I go through so much black, it's not even funny. So I haven't tried Sunlu yet, surprisingly. I've tried Anycubic, I've tried Creality, Polymaker, all great. So I figured it was time to give. I heard good things about Sunlu. Good, I think this was like $13, $14 for the spool. So I want to give it a shot, see how it prints. As much black I'm going through, this might last me a week if I'm lucky. So, and like I said, this gonna be some fun Halloween prints. I have 1 or 2 prints already. I have an idea for I want to try this with. Really excited, and I can print this on the A1 Mini. So, okay, now it's time for the star of the show. This is a werewolf skull. Some of you may have seen this type of skull before. This is blown up to like, I'm trying to think the scale size on this one. It almost maxed out my P1S though. Yeah, I scaled it way up. So, my hand for scale. Or better yet, the Bamboo Lab scraper for scale. So, you know, this is a pretty big skull. So what I did is I already painted this with a spray can in an off-white because, spoiler for a short coming up, this would be the white that would normally be. So, I'll put that up there. Let me get that a little bit closer, maybe you can see a little bit better. I didn't like how white it was, and being like a bone color, I wanted to go a little more of an off-white on it, just because I think it'd look a bit better for bone color. So what I'm going to do today, or tonight I should say, I am going to attempt to do another black wash on this. So I'm going to mix some paint up right now. I'm still relatively new to doing it like this, so I'm probably going to mess up pretty bad on this, but we'll see. Let's see, how's that look for consistency? I can probably add a little bit more water, I think. So this is trial and error for me. You know, I did this for my zombie Deadpool mask a little bit, weathering it up. But you know, you only get better with something if you keep on doing it, right? Okay, so let me get my paper towels. Gonna need a few of these. That's cool. I am just going for like low lights right now, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. So I want to get definitely up here. So I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, then I'm gonna wipe it off. So feel free to comment on how bad of a job I'm doing with this, because oh yeah, I know I'm probably doing a really bad job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of roughly paint this on for a second. Then I'm going to take a paper towel. I'm going to try to get this off. Let me get from this side. I want to get back over here a little bit more. Okay, so now next step here, take a paper towel. Wipe it off. See how it looks. I mean, not terrible. I mean, I could do a better job with the paint. Hey there, Chico. Okay, let me just flip this over now. See if I can't get a little bit more here. how's everybody doing tonight? Thanks, Mark, for saying hi to him. Sort of hard for me to read chat when I'm trying to focus on this. I definitely appreciate that. Oops, got a little bit of teeth. This looks... I really have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to painting, guys. Art was never one thing I really excelled at. But I'm just giving this little college try. Let's see, can I go a little bit? I think I want a little more up here on top. Let that sit for a little bit longer. I definitely want to get in these areas to make sure those get nice and low lighted. These might be a little bit of pain to get off when I'm done, but we'll see. It's okay, there's a little bit darker in that area, because, you know, it's like a crevice. You expect crevices to be a little bit darker, right? Yeah, I think, you know what? It's not coming out too bad. Maybe a little bit right here. I'm just, you know, sort of playing this by sight right now. And I am by no means any kind of trained artist or anything like that. Okay, it's starting to come along. Getting a little bit better idea of what I need to do, I think. I don't know. Really heavy right here. I can wipe this off. I do not want like that. But and the goal is to sort of wipe this off, and it would leave like a little bit more darker in this area. So yeah, I guess that's come along. At least that's the theory behind this. Like I said, definitely not any kind of expert in doing this kind of stuff. I don't know how well this is getting picked up on camera, but I can sort of start seeing a difference right now. Okay, so let me follow these lines to the conclusion. There we go. Guess that's sort of working. Oh, let me stretch my arms real quick. Let me get a drink real quick, guys. Hold on. This is the first cool day that I think I've had in a week. And with my furnace being down, or air conditioner being down, it's been hard for me to actually do much filming or even live streaming without being a sweat box in here. So this is a nice change of pace today. I can actually stream and I'm not sweating a lot. So I've actually enjoying this. Like, I've pretty much been avoiding my office at all costs lately because it's a little sweat box in here. Okay, that came off too good. I need to let that sit for a little bit longer up here. Maybe I need to thicken this up. I want it to be darker. Okay, I'll let that sit there for a little bit longer. And because this nose right here, you know, typically when it's a skull, this nose is probably all carved out and hollow. So I'm thinking, you know what I'm going to do here? Let me just take a little bit more of this acrylic here. Oops. Do a little bit of acrylic directly on here. Maybe just straight up darken the nose a lot. So you'd think the nose would be black, right? Yeah. Repair guy's gonna be out here Tuesday, so. It hasn't been that bad. For our main living room, found an old portable unit, and that's been keeping the house relatively cool. Just doesn't do that well for my office. This is where everything might just get weird. Me actually painting. Was not planning on this today, but I think it... What do you guys think? Do you think this is appropriate for this print? Like, you'd expect this area to be completely black, right? That's cool, Mark. Let me take a look real quick. Hold on. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's nice. I'm sorry, I think... Oh, Q materials. So right now, this is cheap acrylic paint from an arts and crafts store. Cheap paintbrush, water and container. 3D printed werewolf skull. So. Okay, let me get this dry real quick. See if I can't even this out now. I might have to put another layer on this when I'm done. You know what? I want to try something real quick. Nah, it's not working like I want. Oh well. Let's see, can I don't know. Well, I think I'm just gonna do a black wash up there. A little bit more. Make that look a little bit better. Cover up my little mistake. Happy accidents, guys. Quote Bob Ross right there. Happy accidents. And I'm sure there's probably a gazillion better ways of doing this. But it's all good. Hey there, Sloth. Let's see. On here, I want to darken this area up a little bit too. Trying to make this look a little more menacing back here. Almost like it's a... Definitely get right there. Ooh, that's a good place to get right there too. Can't really see the back here, but I still want to get it. Okay. Okay, that's actually... You know, I want to do a once over on the teeth too to get a little more aged. Hey there, let me see how you say your name. Santai. Hope I said it right. Darkening up too. Yeah, I wish I would have. One thing I've been meaning to order for my P1S is a 0.6 nozzle. Because this print, this actually took 17 hours to print when I blew this skull up this big. So, 0.6 would definitely helped out with that. Let that front dry for a little bit. I need to work on the back side now for a little bit more. You know what? I think I'm just gonna give this a little bit more of a wash. One of the wrappers from earlier I tossed over there just fell. Oh, don't let that. So everybody in the States having a good holiday weekend? I got probably people from all over the world watching this right now. But here in the States, we got a holiday weekend going on. A lot of people are enjoying a 3 or a 4 day weekend right now. Oh, Brazil, okay. That's cool. I always love it when I got international people in my audience. I just think it's so cool that, I know where I'm at right now. I'm in the United States, but, to know that people all across the world are watching right now, oh, so cool. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I was going to record a little bit for my long video. Totally forgot to start that. I'm gonna record a little snippet right now. You can't see my camera; it's on a stand above the print. But just need to record a few clips. That way, I have it for my long form video. I'm also making a video documenting the entire process of me making this. So, at least I'm trying to. I got me removing the supports filmed. I got me doing the initial spray painting of this film, so Are you grilling or are you slow cooking stuff like a smoker? That makes a big. That'd mean a huge difference there. You know what's surprisingly good on the smoker? I call them pretty much my cauliflower nuggets. So I take a head of cauliflower, I'll season it up with all the good seasonings, make sure it's coated, and then I'll just throw it on my pellet smoker for an hour, and those come out so good. Like I said, I call them my cauliflower nuggets. Oopsie, let me get that brush dropped. Okay. Repositioning. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick step back and take a look, see how this looks from a distance. You know what? For a rough job, you know what? Oh, that's not good right there. Let me fix that. Let me a little bit of this paper towel. Got clean water over here. Oh well, it happens. But I think overall, for my first, second time doing this, definitely added some depth to the print. Definitely some shadowing, a little bit of weathering, so it looks like it's seen some stuff. So it doesn't look like a fresh skull. Look, it's been out in nature for a little bit. What do you guys think? So I'm not completely done yet. I want to stain the front teeth a little yellow now. So let me just clean off this brush a little bit. There we go. I should get all of it off. yellow to that. Looks like mustard. Mix it all up. Okay, let's go. Let me get a clean paper towel if I can wipe this off real quick. So I'm debating what I want my first big channel investment to be. Do I want it to be lights, camera, or audio? What do you guys think? I think lighting right now. I think if I change the lighting up, it'll do a world of difference. Let's see. I probably can let this up for a little bit longer. You know, this would be a good for mechanical eyes, Mark. So yellow for eye sockets, you think, or black? I could do black. I am open to suggestions. So the reason I actually did a black wash on the teeth too, so I wanted to give a shadow effect on here, give it more of a layering, and obviously the yellow just because, well, you know, it's a werewolf, they don't brush their teeth. I don't think I'm gonna wash this yellow off. I think it's more of a, this could be more of a permanent yellow on here. I guess my question is for everybody. Oops, let me get this off of there. Should I just stop at the teeth in the front? Or should I get like this part? Maybe try to get these teeth too? I'm thinking maybe not these teeth. I can, you know what? I think I'm gonna stop here with those teeth in the front. Hey there, Donald. But I think Mark has a point. Oh, I'm trying to think how I want to do the eyes then. You know what? Right now, that nose actually needs a little bit more regular acrylic on it. So let me just do that real quick. Maybe. You gotta realize, my skill in painting, you know, this is advanced for me right now. I don't... If it's not painting walls like a roller, yeah. Like artistic painting, yeah. But this is fun right now, relaxing. There we go. So maybe... Oops, let me get my paper towel. I don't want to be stripping down too far. So you know what? There we go. Use that as a backstop. If you can't see, I put paper towel right there for it wouldn't drip too far. Hmm. I did. Ooh, those eyes. Okay, I need to get that socket a little bit more. Definitely, I think darkening up the socket's definitely the right idea. Not gonna be perfect, but you know, nothing is. Definitely more menacing with these darkened up. You know what? I want to get a little more paper towel for this eye socket too. Not quite symmetrical, this. Whoops. I need to darken this one up just a little bit more. So. Maybe get like the lower bit right here. Actually, you know what? If I had some red or like a pink, that might be cool to like try to add like a pink gum line or something like that. So it's like almost like a zombie werewolf. I think that'd be pretty cool. So what do you guys think? Ooh, missed the part right up there, but hold on. Let's get a little bit darker up here. All the angles. It's like when I'm using the slicer to paint up something. It looks great until I change the angle sometimes. So. Does that look like a menacing skull to you guys? I don't know. I think I did. I think I'm getting better at it. I know when I did the zombie Deadpool mask a week or two ago, that was my first time doing something like this. Slowly working on it, you know, little by little. You only get better by practicing, right, guys? So, the question is, got Filament. Should I do first print of that Filament on stream today? stuff right here. Actually appears a lot brighter on camera. In person, it's orange, but almost like yellow on camera. Well, let me clean up here. Get everything cleaned up. And, yeah, I think I'll throw something on the printer. So, like I said, give me a second here. Gotta get cleaned up, guys. Gotta get this all wiped down before it sets in my work area. I think I need to invest in a nice little mat for my workspace. And that's the whole reason I got this table in the first place, was like for my 3D printer and being next to it and working on it. But so how my office is set up, I want to hang it on the wall. That's what I'm thinking. So almost like you know, like a European style mount. Well, I want to keep a genuine European style. I probably should have left it like bleached white. But, so I'm like hanging on the wall like this, like a European style. So, I don't know if you guys have seen like a deer that's mounted in the European style. When they're mounted on the wall, they're bleach white and just shows the antlers, and it's mounted like this against the wall. So, okay, let me clean these out real quick, guys. And wash my dirty hands, and I will be right back. Muting the mic. Okay. Yeah, I have a bottle of water off cam. You can't see. I've been drinking all night. So, yeah, hydrate is definitely a must right now. So, okay, so you know what? Before I start my next print, set this off to the side. Show you guys something else I recently just made. Try to get this. I'm gonna try to do 2 for 1 right now. I'm gonna try to show this off and actually film a short live. So, this. Anybody have any guesses on what this is? Besides having a piece of filament stuck right there. No, get off that filament. There we go. Any guesses? Besides a ghost? Nice up close look here too. There's the inside. Hey there, Mr. Seals. So, I will show you what this is. Watch. This is a ghost slinky. Print in place. I printed this in place, no supports. How it works, you just see me uncurl this for the first time. So. And honestly, it's not a bad little slinky. Like, I was actually, like, I printed one, a test one earlier, a small one, and I was actually impressed with it. Like, look at that. Good bounce back and everything. It's just what PLA is. This is just the Polymaker Polychroma PLA I printed this in. So yeah, a little ghosty. I don't know how might help it by talking to the mic. But yeah, just a little ghosty. And it's a slinky. Found that pretty cool. I'll be making a short on that later. Just film part of it live too, so when you guys watch my shorts later, you'll know what part of that one was live. Yeah. So let's move over here. Let's change the camera angle real quick. Let's see, how's that look? I need to lower these legs on my tripod. A little bit lower. Lining up the shot and tripods, I always struggle with it. Oh, thanks, Mr. Seals. Yeah, yeah, I did Wolverine, and I did, Zombie Deadpool, one of my two big masks I made recently. I've also made a, Mandalorian in green. So it's like it's the Mando style helm, but like, sort of like a Boba Fett colors. Okay, there we go. So, in case any of you are wondering, this is that new filament. Is that shine? I can read that. So it's Isomate, and the color was, does it say on here? Yeah, gradient red orange. When I seen it on the internet, it looked like a really good Halloween one, so I picked it up. Oh, thank you, Mr. Seals. I appreciate it. So right now, I'm taking off all these colors from my A1 Mini AMS. There we go. Oh yeah, you guys, I'll show you my my messy filament storage real quick. That's how it's a converted shoe rack. It's a little bit of a mess right now, but that's how I'm storing my filament in unopened filament. Okay. I just had this thing lined up too. There we go. Maybe a little bit more this way. To the right, up, down. So I'm playing an old Nintendo game, left, right, A, B, A, B, A, B. Ooh, this thing's in here good. Ooh. Yeah, look how well they actually put this in here. It's actually hard. I'm gonna have to snip this, I think. Hold on. I'm just gonna snip this. There we go. Still struggling to get it out. Jeez, I don't think I've ever had filament that's like was this well tucked in. Okay, yeah, that's I don't want that going through my. you guys this. Yeah, it's a little bent. It'd probably be okay through my extruder, but you know what? I'm not gonna risk anything. Okay, let's get this new color on here. Lock in place. Oh no, don't come unwound on me now. User error, user error. You know what? Let's see if I can wind this back up. There we go. And this is CMS slot 4 this is going into, so I'm going to remember that. Okay. Hey there, Barless. Okay, let me just... This is a cool thing about the, I really like this about the A1 Mini. When I switch my filament, and I can go to AMS slot 4 right here, go to edit, and generic, yep, and I just want to go to, what's the print speed on this? 40 to 130. I'm just gonna go generic PLA for that. I could probably get away with faster printing, but where's that? Where's PLA? No, I don't want high-speed PLA. I keep fat fingering it. PLA, there we go. Okay, with like my PS1, I have to do that in the slicer. So, okay, so give me a second here. We're gonna be moving over. I'm gonna be moving over to my chair real quick. So I need to move my whole mic stand over. Give me a quick second while I transition over, guys. This is where like a lapel mic or something would come in handy. Because right now I have, I'll show you guys my mic. I have a big old stand I keep having to move in between my desk and my work area. Yeah, Mark, I don't have anything to give away. Okay, now it's time to pick out a cool Halloween print. Yeah, Twitch and YouTube have some different settings when it comes to that kind of stuff. Okay. Oh no, now I gotta remember what website I found this model on. I think it's Maker World, so let me look at my collection. Hold on. So I've been adding a bunch of cool Halloween prints to my Halloween collections and all the different websites. No. Come on, where are you at? Are you on here? Now that one is a cool one, but I don't want... I know exactly what print I'm looking for. I just need to find it. Maybe it's on printables. Okay. Let me go over printables. Hold on. Let's see. My collections. Halloween. Ooh, that's a cool one. There's a pumpkin TIE fighter. They call it the pumpkin pie fighter. That'd be a cool one to print later on. Frankie. There's Frankie. Oh, that's close. Not that one. Ah, here it is. I found it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Download. Okay, it's zipped up in STL. Okay, let me go into Bamboo. Import new project. Hey there, Tintailin. Right now, I am loading up a file to print. I just got some cool new Halloween filament. At least I consider it Halloween filament. I unboxed it earlier on stream. I want to do the first print on stream of this stuff too. So let's see, file import. Okay, where is this at now? It should be here. Nope, wrong. There we go. Should be in here somewhere. What was the name of the download file? It was... Let's see, what's my downloads? Okay, Halloween 01. Very creative name. There we go. And let me switch over to the A1 Mini. Let's see how big I can scale this thing up before I print it. Oh, that's not a good start. 3,164 non-manifold edges. Well, let me just I like how long is this going to take to print? Let's see. Well, let me repair. Let's see if I can repair these non-manifold edges real quick. So this might take a second. It's always the cool models that like have the non-manifold edges and stuff. Okay, so that got repaired. Okay, so let me make sure this is all right in my slicer. Device, yeah, I want to go P. So, one thing about Bamboo ecosystem is you can print directly to your machine with the slicer. But at the same time, if you don't have the device selected and you try to sync the AMS with your slicer, you'll sync it to the wrong AMS. Let's see, and I said it was 4. Yeah. I want to call this 4. Okay, so right now, let's slice this now. How long would this print take currently? 2 hours? I don't. Let's see if I can. Let's shrink it up a little bit. Guys. Scale. Nope. Scale. Let's try 150. So let me slice that now. So I was that ghost I showed off on stream earlier. I was messing with the scale before I printed it. I think I can get that going up to I think 300 or 500%. And it's like a 1-day print. Okay, there we go. This will work. This is about 1 hour and 30. Yep, AMS4. I want to do flow dynamics on this thing because new filament. P1, nope. A1 Mini, send. Okay. It is sent to the printer, guys, so very shortly you'll see the printer start coming to life. Sorry for a little bit of downtime there. Switching over from the painting part of the stream to more of the printing part of the stream. Just had a little bit of downtime. It happens. Thank you for being patient, everybody. I greatly appreciate that. So I think, I don't know if you guys heard that Bamboo musical notes with the A1. Eventually, I've been planning on doing this for a while. I just haven't had an opportunity yet, as I want to rearrange my office / work area, whatever you want to call it. And, oh, hold on a second. I need to do that before something bad happens. Go, Slinky, if you missed it. But I was saying, once I get this rearranged, I think I'm going to be switching more to a 16:9 format instead of the vertical format here for my lives. What do you guys think about that? I know a few of you, and I know I've talked to a few of you guys, almost seems like every stream, and I think switching to a standard widescreen format might be beneficial, maybe? I don't know. This vertical format's cool. I like it. I get to show up in the shorts feeds like this, the shorts live feeds, but I've been really thinking about switching to the 16:9 format. But we'll see how that works. Just a plan I have. Let's see here. What's going on here? So, hope everybody's enjoying their lovely Labor Day weekend if you're in the United States. If not, I hope you're having a great Sunday. Possibly Monday night by now. Early Monday morning, depending where you're at in the world. So if you guys haven't seen my short already, it's the eye that opens and closes. If that short gets 500 likes, I'm going to scale it up and print it even bigger. So let's take a look at that short right now. How many likes does this have? 158 likes in that short. Come on. We can get that up. I might settle for 300. Okay? If we can get 300 likes, I'll print that bigger. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but the A1 Mini and A1 are so cool with all the pre-baked calibration they do. Oh, it's amazing. Sorry about that. I had to take a quick little break there. But it's just sort of cool because, like, the A1 Mini here, right now, you get it for, I think, around $200, just the A1 Mini. And it has more advanced features than my Bamboo Lab P1S, which is amazing and cool, I think. Because I consider the P1S part of the first generation of Bamboo printers. while the A1 and A1 Mini are the second generation. They both have a lot more advanced features in the tool head. Totally different AMS. Personally, when it comes to like, I didn't like that first little blob, but when it comes to the AMS, I actually like the AMS Lite better. I've never had that AMS Lite jam up on me like I sometimes do with the regular AMS. I guess the only downside of the A1 Mini's version of the AMS is that it's exposed, but you can print enclosures for it. But 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I'm printing in PLA. And if I have to print PETG or TPU, I can print that out of a dryer box if I have to. So it's not the worst thing. And, you know, I wouldn't be printing, like, nylon on an A1. I just wouldn't even try. But I do eventually want to try it on the P1S. That's why I got that machine. In case I ever wanted to try the more advanced materials that require, like, an enclosed chamber and all that stuff. But another thing is, when I rearrange this office, it'll be right next to the window, so I can easily vent all the nasty fumes right out the window. So that's another positive thing about when I rearrange this office. So right now, it's taking a little bit of time to start the print. It's doing the auto flow calibration. Whenever I use a new filament, I like to do the auto flow calibration. So I've had times where I forgot to do it, and I can notice a difference on that first layer. It just comes off terrible. Let's see how this prints. So far, so good. First layer is always the most nerve-wracking, guys. I shouldn't need a brim with this one, but we'll see. This angle, I'm looking at the printer from my chair. It's looking okay. It's looking okay on stream. So everything's going smooth so far, guys. Let's see how it goes. So once we get a few more layers in, this thing's gonna be really cool. Does it actually not require any support? Hold on, let me go back to the... Huh. Yeah, this is support free. Nice. Now, and I am using a 0.6 nozzle on this right now, so it will print a little bit faster than a 0.4 would. Okay, I think I'm past the point where I really need to worry about failure. That's always a good thing. Oh, yes. Mark brings up a good point here. Those dark blue lines when you slice is what you're looking for overhangs. It's the same thing in bamboo slicer. Yeah, I can't say for orca, but for bamboo it's the blue lines as well. And a lot of times your slicer will yell at you when it needs supports too. At least bamboo slicer will. But no, when you slice a model and you see blue lines in the bottom or like on anything, you see blue lines, that tends to mean it needs the support. Or it's an overhang, pretty much. They don't always need support. But depending on what you're printing and your level of experience, that's something you can gauge. Good example of that was, let's say, Mandalorian helmets. The top of the helmet, your slicer is going to say that needs supports. But the way it prints, you really don't. It's one of those things that comes with experience, gauging on what you can get away with, like your experience with your printer, with the type of filament you're using, and the print itself, the model. If you're unsure, and it's your first time printing something, I recommend go with it. Yeah, but Mark, you've been printing for a long time. I mean, you can gauge that pretty well. But for somebody that's just starting, well, good. Oh, you know what? There's a lot of test prints you can make that can help you to determine how much of an overhang your printer can get away with. Test prints are your friend, and you can get test prints for a lot of different things. So, but overhangs is a big one because during the overhang, you can adjust a lot of settings in your slicer to how fast it's putting down filament, how much airflow is going out. Yeah, when in doubt, support. But that's another thing. The type of support, how to support that comes. You practice a little bit. One video I made a little bit ago is using PETG as a interface layer with PLA. And it's a little test video. I was curious how it'd come out. And for me, it definitely made a difference. It was easier to release. But my testing was limited. It was a flat surface. So, I'd like to test it on more organic surfaces to see how that'd turn out. Another thing is you do have to purge an excess amount of filament when you're switching between the PETG and PLA. You don't want those two mixing because they don't really mix that well. And if your print has sort of half and half, it's more susceptible to failure. Another option, I haven't used it, is the support filaments. I know Polymaker has support filaments. I know Bamboo has some too. Hey there, L&M businesses. One thing I've been watching a few videos on lately and reading up about, is actually, if you're designing your own print, actually designing your print with pre-built supports. I've seen some pretty cool stuff on that. Eventually, when I get into doing my own models and making my own stuff a little bit more, if I'm designing stuff and I can get away with doing that, I will. I just think it's really cool. That way, when you're making your print, it's already oriented how it should be oriented, and you have a snapway support or something that's already part of your model. I think that's cool. I have printed a few different things that have that same philosophy. And if I start getting into modeling more, and like wanting to share my models, I think that's something I would include if I can figure out how to do it. I'm really curious how fast this filament, the gradient's going to switch on me. So for those of you who remember I did the same brand as Isomate I'm printing in right now. And I've used a few prints ago. I had the giant crystal skull that was made with the same same company. And I also did a ghost benchy in the same filament. I really like this company because they have some filaments I can't, like color combos and types of filaments I really can't find elsewhere. They also make my favorite rainbow filament too. So it's a really beautiful matte rainbow I love. I'm just not the biggest fan of the shiny silk filaments myself. Like, they're nice. I got a question for everybody. I may or may not have found a cursed model the other night. Should I print the cursed model and make a short of it? Right now, this is a pumpkin type thing. I'm testing out new filaments. What's that? This is Isomate. I think it's called Orange Red. It's a nice gradient. When I've seen some examples, it look really cool. It may or may not be a cup that has teeth around the edge. Hey, Sax. I found it on Things the other day. I've been exploring Things a little bit more lately. And, there's some good stuff on there. You missed me painting my werewolf skull earlier, Sax. Did a little mini unboxing of some new filaments I got today. A basic black for Sunlu. And this Isomate gradient. It's I think it's orange to red, but when it prints, I don't think it's gonna really look like that too much. I got it in hopes of being a really good Halloween filament. Because right now, the one Halloween filament, I mean, it pretty much was dumpster diving for files. But the one filament I really want right now, I can't. I know it's not available yet. It might not be available this year. I'm not sure. Was the Polymaker Halloween Orange from last year. That's like the perfect Halloween orange gradient I'm looking for. But yeah, pretty good. Hold on. Let me get up. And I'll show you. I'll rotate the camera for you. Hold on. Just a second. Yeah, I was happy with it, so. It's slowly getting better at the paint part of this stuff, so. Hold on, that doesn't look that good. I need to adjust the angle of that again. I'm always messing with the tripod. I don't think I'm gonna do the base for it. I think I'm gonna I might figure out a way to wall mount it somehow without the base. Cause I was thinking of displaying it sort of like, you ever seen the they call it the European mounts for like deer and deer antlers? Sort of like the European style. That's why I was thinking about how to mount it on my wall. Actually, you know what? That would be a really cool 3D print. A European style, like, antler mount. That would be really cool. I think I need to find some prints I can do in vase mode for Halloween too. Be nice little speedy prints for streaming. But yeah, I got the Isomate red to gold gradient, and I also got just some Sunlu black because I'm going through so much black filament these past few weeks. I think this is gonna be my 4th roll in the past month, so I'm almost going through a roll of black a week, it seems like. Which is a lot for me, so I'm trying the cheaper route. I've heard lots of good things about Sunlu. I actually haven't used Sunlu before, but I've heard great things about it. So I've tried a few different blacks. I've tried Crealities. I've tried Anycubics, the Panchroma black. I haven't had any issues. Honestly, since I've started 3D printing back in March, I don't think I've ran into a single roll of bad filament. And I've bought in a bunch of different brands too. Hey there, Lewis. Yeah, and Sunlu's in that good price range. You know, around $14 to $12, depending if you can get on a sale or anything or something like that. So, the only problem with this one is I can only use it on my PS1, because it has the bigger hole diameter. I can't use it on my AMS Lite. Well, I could print an adapter for it, but I'm just gonna throw it in the PS1. I have like some little bit left of my other spools of black I can use for the A1 Mini if I need it on the A1 Mini. So I'm hoping to, if I have to make this bigger to make the gradient look better, I might have to. But like I said, this is just a little test print. Didn't want it to take too long. It's still gonna take like an hour and a half for this one, but it is moving very along though. I don't think I've been printing for that long, and I already have some definitive shape to it. You know what? Did I? Yeah. How long do those take to print up? Actually, that's not a bad idea. I think you get some good measurements on it. Think that'd be a good one for 123 design, Mark. I might. That might be a project for later this week then. Oh, the little pumpkin eyes. You can sort of see them now. Yeah, I definitely have to do a wide 16 by 9 aspect ratio for that one. That's not too bad of a print. I'd probably make it with the 0.6 nozzle, so it might be even faster than that too. I really hope Polymaker comes out with their seasonal pack for Halloween again this year, though. Because that purple was good too. Really, yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me check their website right now. I haven't checked it in a few days. I don't know if they're gonna be coming out with that stuff again this year or not. I know they just launched a new line. They have, where's their seasonal? They have their seasonal on their main page again? Okay, I don't. There we go, seasonal packs. Okay, they have the Halloween seasonal pack in stock still. Aw, they don't have the. Yeah, like, this film I'm using right now is the closest thing I found to the Halloween filament last year from Polymaker. It was the Pumpkin Patch Orange. I'm looking at one of the prints from it right now. So nice. And their marble PLA ghastly purple looked really good too. I'm honestly surprised, as close as we are getting to Halloween, I haven't seen that many Halloween type filaments from these manufacturers yet. Because I would buy them. I'd be the first customer. Hold on, let me make a new scene. Let me move this up here. You know what? Let me do a split screen here. this over here. Let's see. Before I share out any screens, make sure everything else is. Oh, I hope they come out with new colors this Halloween. That'd be so nice. Like, if it's remotely close to what they had last year, like I'm looking on their website right now, and I'm like, even look at their Christmas from 2022 to 2023. Like, they're still really nice. Their Christmas colors. Let's see. Make sure this is my only Chrome tab open. Well, besides chat be okay. Let's see where properties. I want this to be. There we go. Okay. And move this up top. There we go. So right here, like, oops, let me move that back. Like, look at that pumpkin orange. Yeah, you have a good point, Mark. But, like, isn't that pumpkin, like, that gradient and that pumpkin so nice? Let me adjust this a little bit more. Like, I really, really like that pumpkin. Yeah, this is right on the Polymaker's website. Then, like, this right here, like, oh, that gradient. That's what I'm looking for. And this one's pretty good, too. Like, that's a good purple. Yeah, this is last year's Halloween pack. Like, the glow-in-the-dark, it is. It's nice. I mean, but I'd buy it just for these two filaments right here. I don't know if they're going to be doing new colors this year or not, but, yeah. Hope that's Christmas. Don't want to go back that far. But, yeah, this is the 2023 one. And the filament I'm printing right now is the closest one I found to this one right here. Like the dual, like the orange to dark orange. So... Maybe one day, Mark. But no, like that. Yeah. Like seasonal gradients, I think, are huge. Like companies need to embrace the seasonal aspect, I think, a little bit more. Polymaker does. I can see that, Mark. I totally understand that one. In my line of work, my full-time job, sort of the same way. What stays on the job, well, what happens at the job stays in the job. So I know how that is. Actually, I do my line of work is similar to what Loyal used to do. Same field, different focus. So, that's about all I want to share about my work. But I'm here to talk about 3D printing. This little pumpkin's actually coming out really good. This is the model itself. I'm just hoping I get some of the gradient in here. I might have to print this pretty big to get the gradient, I think. I might max out my build plate tonight when I go to bed and print this. That orange by itself is a really nice orange. Like, I'm liking the orange part of this filament so far. I think on a bigger type of print, like a big pumpkin, or whatever I wanted to print, I think this filament, this gradient come out much better. But just looking at the roll right now, or the spool, it does look like it's decently fast color changing, so. But this model isn't that big either. Did I scale this one up? Hold on. Yeah, this is actually scaled up 156%. So the original model is really tiny on this. And remind you guys, this is the A1 Mini, so it's already it's a smaller printer, and this is 156% larger. So. Really happy with that ghost slinky I shared on stream earlier. I printed a little one earlier and it came out pretty good. I did it multicolored at first. Wasn't too happy with it because it was white and I couldn't get my flushing volumes down right. The black was bleeding over into the white filament. It looked like I had a robber ghost or a bandit ghost. My flushing volumes are just not agreeing with me. But I mean, when you're using black and white like that, you're gonna have, I think you're always gonna run into some issues unless you do like crazy flushing. I even tried using flush into object and it just wasn't working like I wanted it to. So, I mean, it reduced my total amount of filament I needed, but like, as far as the bleeding, it didn't really help as much as I wanted it to. So this print's actually pretty tall. You'll see in the next few minutes how tall it actually is. It's not that much mass up toward top, so I'm not sure if this is gonna work. Actually, speaking about filaments, though. What? Oh, I'm like, something fell over as my shadow box over there. Well, let's see. Oh, nice. See, I'm always finding myself wanting to get into like Hue Forge type prints, but like it always seems like it's a different shade of gray I need for those. I never have enough types of gray for it. Let's see. I want to go to... No, that X-Force helmet you made came out really nice. It's actually one of the first Deadpool X-Force helmets I've seen lately. I've seen mostly the default Deadpool. I've seen a few Poolverines like I've made, not too many. But most of them have is default Deadpool out there. You know what? I should do a pink themed Deadpool mask. Because, you know, support cancer support, and because, you know, Deadpool, you know, had cancer, so it makes sense. Deadpool would support it. And like, if I ever get monetized fully, that'd be cool. Like, donate that money I make off the video or something. A mushroom? You know, this pumpkin might be infected with the mushroom. It's, you know what? Yeah, I think this pumpkin might be infested with a fungus. You'll see as the print goes on. This pumpkin is far from being done printing. But you got me thinking about mushrooms now. I think I can find some good... I could probably put some pretty cool Halloween type mushrooms, or mushrooms in a Halloween setting. That might be cool. With teriyaki sauce. Mark. That's the one thing about that model from DO3D, Sax, is if your filament matches the color you want, you do not need to paint that. Like, it prints out amazing. But if you wanted to change the color, you could. I think how you did it in the X-Force theme looks amazing. But yeah, it's Deadpool. He's one of those characters where you can almost get away with any color because, well, it's Deadpool, and, you know, it's Marvel. They have the multiverse, so you're not limited. Yeah, it's funny because, like, the Poolverine video I made that blew up, a lot of people were making comments about, like, you got the colors wrong. And I'm like, I'd comment back like, it's the multiverse. They can be any color I want. It had me have a good laugh when they were commenting on the colors. Actually, sort of surprising. I didn't notice the other, like, yesterday I really started to notice it. So I made a video, or short, that I assembled both the Poolverine mask and my zombie Deadpool mask side by side as a comparison so everybody could see them. And that video started blowing up, like, yesterday I noticed. Like, it's getting a lot of views right now. I was like, oh, it took a few days, but it's finally taken off. Ooh. Purple? No, purple's good. Love me a good purple. Actually, let me go take a look at it. Analytics. Yeah, like that zombie, my Wolverine and zombie Deadpool short. Like, I'm getting over 10K an hour on that thing, which is ridiculous for me. Like, it's blown up the past 24 hours, which is amazing. I'm grateful to everybody out there that finds this entertaining and likes that kind of stuff, guys. I can't say enough how much I'm really appreciative of everybody that watches my shorts and everybody that watches my live streams. Like, I'm so unbelievably grateful for y'all. Mark, unless I print over it, those things take me around 24 to 30 hours to fully print. And I have so much other stuff I want to print right now. Maybe in the future I can do the purple Wolverine. I almost need a third printer right now. I think it'd be a toss-up for me for a third printer. Like, space-wise, I think an A1, a big A1 would be good. But at the same time, I sort of want to go helmet class for our next printer. So, you know, that's a whole nother can of worms on what I want to get. As far as, like, what's on the market right now for helmet class, I think SV08 I'd go with. Or maybe the LG Neptune 3 Max for helmet class. Those would be... Right, I'm making a creepy pumpkin right now. Testing out some new filament I just got today. Paul. It's supposed to be a gradient orange reddish filament. I'm seeing how it prints on this size of model. Earlier in the stream, I printed up. I painted up a skull, and I unboxed some filament on stream. I've heard so many different names for the mystery bamboo printer. Like, a lot of people like using the XL, like how Prusa has their XL. I've noticed people are using that terminology a lot. I mean, there's rumors out there for them. Cosplay helmets? Well, not the printers I have, because they are limiting to how big you can make them. Right now, what you're seeing print out, this is the A1 Mini. Unless you want to split your helmet up really small, yeah, avoid the A1 Mini. I also have the P1S. That can do Deadpool style helmets pretty well. Because there are multiple pieces, it's okay. I can barely squeeze a Mandalorian helmet that fits me on the P1S or regular A1. But if you wanted to print something like that comfortably, look into printers that are over 300 millimeters in build volume. If you want to go cheaper, I would start looking at like the LG Neptune line. Personally, I'm possibly getting a third printer that might be in that size range. I'm not sure yet. If I do, it'd probably be the Solvol SV08 or the LG Neptune 3 or 4 Max. Yep. But for some reason, people seem to have better luck with the 3 Max over the 4 Max. I haven't heard any more recent reviews about the 4 Max. I know they had a recent firmware update on it. Oh, I forget about the ComGrow. Like, that's like the forgotten one when I think about printers. So it all depends on your budget. So just build a Voron. Well, you gotta have the printer first to build a Voron. See? Thanks, Paul. You see, if you want your first printer to be like a helmet class, you sort of need another printer to print the parts for that Voron that's a helmet class. So there's a problem there. I mean, if you want a Voron, but if you want a Voron-like printer that you don't have to build, that's the SV08, Solvol SV08. That's based, it's pretty much a Voron that comes pre-assembled. That's not a Voron. Yeah, if you have friends that can do it, that works too. I have not stepped into the world of Vorons yet, so. I have watched plenty of stuff about Vorons, though. Definitely something I might do down the road. Not right now. Just don't have the time for it. You know what? I know there's a few companies out there you can buy some of the parts pre-assembled, but it'll cost a lot more. And you just have to assemble everything. But normally, most people will buy a kit and print the parts you need to print. The filament right now I'm printing with, I think like 25 for 1 kilogram, which is 2.2 pounds. The other filament I unboxed early on stream was Sunlu, and that was like 13 or 14 for the same size, but that's just black. I mean, depending on the type of filament, this is PLA I'm talking about. Depending on the type of filament, whether it's, you know, PLA, PETG, ASA, ABS, nylon. Nylon's gonna be expensive. It's gonna vary in price between manufacturer and manufacturer. Different colors, different additives. There's a lot of factors that go into the price of filament. Both of you guys are crazy building those cool machines. Kind of crazy I like. Those rat rigs are amazing machines, the ones I've seen. I was watching some of the ones from the most recent Midwest rip rap that they had, and man, they had some really cool machines there. I'm probably gonna have to take some time off work next year to head to the next Midwest rip rap. It's really not that far of a drive from me. I would have went this year, but, you know, I sort of creeped up on me when it actually was. Yeah, you can't. There's not much that's gonna match that print volume. Yeah, Saks is a good point. There's a lot of good sales for those brands that are really cheap. And you know, I've used Anycubic. First time getting Sunlu here. Honestly, in the past year, I don't think I've ran into a single spool of bad filament. All my issues with printing have been pure user error. Simple stuff like forgetting to clean my build plate after a while. You know, it gets oily. I need to wash it, you know. Or forgetting to add supports to a print. You know, pure user error mistakes. I mean, personally, I'm not much of a tinkerer with that kind of stuff, but got mad respect for you if you building that kind of stuff, man. That is insane. If I had more time on my hands, I might take a crack at something like that. But right now, you know, working full time, just trying to start up this YouTube channel a little bit while I'm printing at the same time, and you know, family obligations. It's hard to dive into something else like that too. Oh yeah, the PIE plates are amazing. And you know, that's one thing, you know, there's a lot of those little tricks and stuff that, you know, if you've been printing for a while, you know. Mark. Oh, that's too funny, Mark. You know what? That probably wouldn't be the worst idea to start with, because I've seen some pretty cheap, broken down old enders. I just think for simplicity's sake, for if I was going to do something like that, I think I'd probably just buy a kit. Take some of the hassle out of it, maybe. I'm just not confident with my level of tinkering to start doing something like that from total scratch. Hey, yeah, that's one thing, you know, if somebody wants to get into 3D printing and they don't have much cash on them, you can, if you're willing to tinker a little bit and mess around with stuff, you can get some really good deals on used printers. You know, it may not be, you know, if you want to do that whole if you want to go down the tinkering route and you like building on stuff and you like getting your hands dirty and just getting in there, that's a good way to do it. Oh, I agree. Ask questions. And there's plenty of Discords and, you know, Reddit out there where I find, you know, I started 3D printing back in March. You know, I went the bamboo route, whatever. But I have found that a lot of the communities out there are really helpful. I wouldn't be to where I'm at right now if it wasn't for the different 3D printing communities out there, and I'm very grateful for that. And there's a bunch of different Discords, you know, like I said, and different subreddits. Like, as a whole, I think the 3D printing community is really good, and it's a great community. It's one of the most helpful communities I think I've ever been a part of. Like me personally, I like the bamboos, call it whatever. But like, when it comes to talking about other printers, I don't have a preference. Like, there's different printers for different people. Like, there's no one printer that's the best printer for everybody. Oh man, sounds like you mod that thing a lot. Yeah, I'm really not getting much of the gradient in this small of a print. I'm gonna have to scale this up even more, I think. I mean, the orange is a great orange. I'm really liking the orange though, but I want more of that gradient effect. I think I'm gonna have to make this for this print. I'm gonna have to make it larger. I might have to look at some different neon oranges too. At least there's a break in holidays for my printing. I don't think I'm gonna do much Thanksgiving type printing, but after Easter, I'm probably gonna go full blow like Christmas and holiday printing. Oh, that's fine. I mean, but everybody has their own opinions and what they like, what they don't like. At the end of the day, we're all 3D printing, and if we can share our knowledge, that's what's important. But that's the cool thing about this like the 3D printing space, is there's a lot of printers that are not like that. Somebody might get started on an A1 Mini like this, reasonably cheap. They get in there, maybe something breaks on it. They get in there and they're like, oh, gives them the confidence to maybe start doing something a little bit more that's open source, or working on other printers or open source, and modding those printers. I think it's a good gateway in general for people for 3D printing. Because you might get a lot of people that aren't as tech savvy into 3D printing with a printer like this, and they'll slowly learn. Yeah, that's a good point. Because I think when it comes to 3D printing, they just want their prints to print. Then there's the people like yourself that you enjoy the tinkering, the building, the modding. And I think there's space in this community of all different companies for that to happen. As long as like both sides respect each other and understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, it's not a problem. Like I said, there's enough companies out there that you can do what you want and without a problem. Like those open source companies, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Like sure, Bamboo's getting a bigger market share, but they're not going to totally wipe out all the open source printers. But at the same time, a lot of the parts for the Bamboo, like if you go to their website, you can order a lot of their parts relatively cheap. Their nozzles are a little pricey compared to our nozzles, but a lot of their other parts relatively well priced, I think. Oh yeah, so yeah, you're part of the advanced 3D printing crowd, you know? You know, and I think it's amazing that, people like you and like Mark making your own printers, just building everything from scratch and getting it to work. Like, that has to be such a sense of pride and accomplishment when something that you built can actually start making other stuff. Like, that is amazing. As long as everybody has a civil conversation about it and understand that there's printers out there for everybody, and everybody has a different level of technical understanding. And they respect each other. I think that's the biggest thing. Oh, that is cool. So you're probably printing in, definitely not printing in PLA for that. Need a little more heat resistance. Yeah, data center work. I work with computers, I'll say that. But, so yeah, I know what you have to deal with there. You know what's funny? Speaking about heat resistance, back over the 4th of July, I printed these gnomes out of PLA, a multicolor print, and I have had those in the front window of my car since July, in the summer heat, and those things have not deformed. I've been very impressed. I think I'm getting lucky with it, but normally under heat like that, PLA will deform, but those gnomes, they're holding up tough. They're tough little gnomes. I should print some Halloween-themed gnomes. Oh, it was a hodgepodge of filaments. The blue, I think, was Anycubic. Oh, I'm trying to remember now. The white may have been Anycubic as well. The red, white, and blue. I want to say the red was Polymaker Polysonic. And I had a flesh color filament for the nose, which was a Amelin, I think. It all depends what I want to print. There's a lot of companies out there. Some have better colors that others don't. I bought a few of the new Panchroma line from Polymaker recently. I've been pretty impressed with the new formula for Panchroma. Great bed adhesion. Honestly, the Panchroma for a PLA, some of the best bed adhesion I've ever had on a textured PII plate. The ports are easy to remove. The print quality's been great and everything so far. I've tested with the Panchroma so far. Really liking it. That's just their basic. Oh, okay, Mark. Yeah, I want to say it's the Anycubic. I'll take a look at my Amazon history later, Mark, and I will get back to you on that one, okay? I'm not 100% sure which ones they were. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the blue was Anycubic, but blue and white were probably both anycubic at that time. But the red, I definitely think was the Polysonic. That's the only red I had at the time. I got some pasta in my mini, I think it was last night I was doing a stream, and the front left corner, I was printing something, it just didn't want to stick, so I had to brim it, fix that issue. Yeah, I know, I've talked to you about that one before, Mark, so. I do find certain colors stick better than others so far too, Mark. Do you guys see any color gradient in this yet? I don't think it's really been enough on here to really show much of a gradient, do you? Like, for those of you who've been watching the stream for a while, I showed you the filament when I started. It's the one I unboxed to start the stream. And, no, this model is really cool. I love this model I found. I think I'm going to have to print it bigger. I think tonight I'm going to max out my A1 mini build plate with this one and see how it goes. Yeah, I'll talk to you about it later, Mark. I don't really remember off the top of my head. I have to go back to some of my videos I filmed. I can tell by watching the edits. I'm finally happy it's cooled down a little bit where I'm at today. Like, for the past week, we've been under a heat wave. It's been so humid out. Especially lately because my AC unit broke down last week. Repair guy's going to be here next Tuesday. But I've barely been able to stream or even edit videos. It's been so hot in my office. And especially print, because especially my P1S, whenever that thing's on, that thing just pumps out the heat. Especially when I'm printing with PLA, so my door's open. And that thing just pumps out the heat. A1 Mini is not as bad. That's why I have that going right now. I'm streaming. But when I'm printing with that PS1, whew, that can pump out some heat. So what do you guys think of this little Halloween print so far? I think it's a cool pumpkin. If the gradient, if it was more of a gradient, I think it'd look even cooler. So I'm gonna have to up my size to get good gradients on this one, I think, a little bit more. Oh, hey there, Kenny. You got the same printer? It's a great printer, isn't it? Great starter printer if you're just getting into 3D printing. I got one of its big siblings next to it, the P1S too. So nice. How you been liking it so far? Is it your first printer? You know, this was my first printer I got back in March. I think initially it was when Bamboo slashed the base price by 50 to like 250. I think it's even down to like 200 now for a base price on it. Taller than I expected. Yeah, I really like this model. This might be. I don't print in silks too much. If I can find nice either gradient silk or maybe a dual or tri-extrusion silk, this might be a candidate for it. Yeah, I mean, for $200 for that printer, it's with the level of technology that's in that little machine, the quality of the prints, the speed, you can't go wrong. Especially if you're just getting in, if you're curious about 3D printing, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money. You just want to see what it's all about. You might be able to get something cheaper, but with the A1 Mini, it's something that's just going to work for the most part. Unless you end up with like a clog / bent nozzle like I did one time. So, a while back I was printing something, I forgot what it was. Ended up with a mini blob of death. And it was actually one of my first long format videos I made on, I didn't know what was wrong with it. All I know, my extruder was clicking. I didn't really know that much information. But I decided to tear down the extruder and, you know, take out the gears and everything and film it. And actually, it's one of my best performing long videos that I've ever made. It's very educational, and I think I demonstrate how to tear down the front half of the tool head pretty well. And, you know, I think it shows us about the number of views and the comments I get on it, and I think I've helped a lot of people with that, and that means a lot. I did see the Cookie Cat orange one. I'll have to take a look at that one again. I think the Cookie Cat had pink in it, too. I have not seen the Sunlu or any Cubic yet, though. You know, I have not actually printed any Cookie Cat filament yet. So it might be my first. I think there's so many different brands of, like, the little, like, Cookie Cat's, you know, a smaller filament company. I do need to start buying, I think, more boutique-style filament company filaments. I know they're a little more pricey sometimes, but they just offer some amazing colors that you can't get from the big manufacturers sometimes. Ooh, that would be cool. Actually, I'm working with my nephew. He's a graphic design artist, and he's gonna help. I'm gonna give him some input. We're gonna work out some graphics for the channel, and I think I'm gonna get some custom emojis for memberships eventually, because I think I do here in a little bit. Plan probably rolling out YouTube memberships, and I want to, you know, do custom emojis and stuff like that. I need to figure out what I want to do for him first. Like I said, he's a graphic designer by trade, so he's gonna help me out with that. Figure, you know, get a new banner, maybe some cool new art for my channel. Maybe that's something else I need to do. Maybe make an intro video for my channel once I roll out memberships. Okay, it's almost done. Get to the very top. No, this is why I really like this model, because, yeah, it's a little pumpkin, but, like, all these evil, viney things are coming out of it. Very menacing. And I found this one on printables, so. Okay, let's take a look-see out. Okay, I think it might just be a shadow. Give it a second, guys. You're gonna hear the printer being done sounds in here in a second. There we go. There's the printer being done sound. I'm gonna let it cool for a few seconds here. It's not fun to pick up a hot build plate. No, those are not MIDI files. That's actually done with the motors in the A1 Mini. There's a little bit of it. I think the gradient started showing up a little bit toward the end there. I'm probably gonna reprint this tonight at like max size from the A1 Mini build plate and see how it comes out. So I think of a nice gradient that I think look really cool. Or maybe a dual silk or a tricolor silk. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, hold on. I'll show you, Kenny. Just a second. I got it top mounted right now, so can't really see it most of the time when the stream's going. But yeah, it's top mounted. I was a little worried it might cause some print quality issues, but so far so good. That's actually printed in the Polymaker Polylite Pro gray, and it's holding up great. No issues with it. Well, this is also a smaller model too, Mark, so I wasn't expecting that grave transition even with a small model like this. I could do that. Well, PS1 might be a little too big. PS1's gonna be putting in some heavy lifting here in the next few days, I think, anyways. My family's seen those steels. Hold on, I'll show you guys. So, my family's seen these light boxes, and I think my sister and my mom each want like 2 of each. So, I'm gonna be pumping a few of these out for family members here in a little bit. think the light boxes are pretty cool. Actually, let me take those. So, it's Halloween. You know, my family's, especially my sister's, really big into Halloween stuff. So, and I have RGB lights in here so I can, you know, switch up the colors a little bit. Has some cool different effects on here. I really like that one with the bats. It looks the best. That one doesn't look too bad for the bats either. But normally, like this one or that one are my favorite ones. So, but no, I've been doing a lot of these different lights. Hold on, let me show you some of the other ones I've done recently. Both of those lace ones are actually by the same designer. Found them on Maker World. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but I know I have the links in my shorts for those, and I have him credited. The guy, I really like his. He has a lot of these lace models like this, and I really like them. I think they're really cool looking. These lacy ones are really cool looking models. So, oh, you know what? I'm forgetting the big. Hold on, I got one more. You guys need to show you guys. Let's see if I find it real quick. Can't believe I forgot about this one. I didn't show you guys this. My hollowed out crystal skull I printed. Like, that's just cool, right? I could put him in the Windows mark. That's not a bad idea. Like, I don't know. It doesn't show up the best on camera. It's a little overexposure of this webcam. But in person, they look so much better. So, I really like that. And what else? Am I missing something? I think I'm missing something. Always feels like I'm missing something sometimes. I'm trying to think. I've been printing a lot of Halloween stuff. It's hard to keep track of everything in my head. I don't know. I've really been enjoying this. Because all these are some RGB like tea lights I picked up on Amazon with a little remote control, so I can change the colors. I don't think it costs too much, and they have rechargeable batteries. I really like them. Man, what was I gonna tell you guys? No, I don't remember. Oh, well, anyway, I think my next big print on the PS1. I'm thinking about maybe doing a scroll. Some kind of Halloween flexi. I need to see if I can't find a cool well, I know what I'm printing next on the PS1. Can't tell you guys yet because I want this one to be a surprise short. But I think I want to print some cool Halloween. I need to find some Halloween flexis to print. I did find like a Deadpool crystal dragon. I don't have enough red to print that right now, but that's sort of I found that cool. But I need to find some good Halloween flexis. good flexi's always good. Something to fill up the whole build plate in the PS1. Okay, it's 11 o'clock, Mark. It's getting a little squirrely. Oh, what do you got here? Ooh, a game? Let me take a look at this. Ooh, little kitty cat. Yeah, that's not a bad little kitty cat. That actually does remind me of something. If you guys are looking for like 3D prints, don't limit yourself to one website. There's a lot of different model repositories out there, and you can find a lot of stuff for free. Like Mark's linking all this cool stuff from Cultist right now. Ooh, I like that one. That's a cool pumpkin crab. Everything becomes a crab. Crab is the ultimate life form. I might have to do that crab later. You know, there's certain, like, sometimes I'm printing a lot, other times I'm not. This is the time of year, next 2 months, I got a feeling if I don't break my printers from printing so much, either they're amazing printers, which they are. I think I might break my printers the next few months because I'm gonna be printing so much. You know, I know there's a cool bat. I think it's Matty has it. He has a zombie bat. And he has a collection. It's the same creator that actually let me get that. Can't find it. So I have this platypus right here. I'm gonna show on stream. The same designer for this has a really cool bat. So that I think the designer is Matter Makes. I don't remember the exact designer's name. But that guy did the design for that platypus because I bought that model. I really like all of his designs. Like, if I was gonna sell prints, I might actually, join up with his Patreon just to sell his stuff because he has some of the best and well thought out flexis I've seen. So at least I think so. And that filament used for that platypus right there is that the Isomate, the rainbow I really like from them. Actually, you know what? Speaking about the Isomate rainbow, I'll show you another print that they have. Like that, I really like that rainbow on that fox on a log. It's one of my favorite rainbows. Just something about that rainbow I really like. Yes, I actually have seen people on Etsy taking that model and doing it in Perry colors. I've seen that. So. I think they might even have a hat that comes with it. I think, let's see, it's 11 o'clock here for me. I got tomorrow off work, but I still want to get some sleep. I got to edit some videos still tonight, film some more videos. reprint that thing again. So I'm gonna be getting off for now, guys. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate everybody that's here tonight, and I will catch everybody next time I stream. I really need to get a set schedule, but it's whenever I have time right now, or whenever I want to stream something cool, like I did the painting today. So I will talk to everybody later. Thanks for joining.